What's up, guys? Welcome to what is now, I believe, the fourth leg, because I've done FNB, Standard Bank, Capitec, ABSA. So now this is the fourth leg of the tax-free tour, and we'll be looking at ABSA, as I've just said. But I actually want to just quickly, look at something that I've just noticed. When you log on to ABSA's website, the first thing you see is, ABSA and SME, so for businesses, banking solutions, get a loan from ABSA. And even if you look here at the top, you've got accounts, but next to that, you've got credit cards, you've got loans, invest, insurance, and rewards. Nothing about savings here at the top. So you can clearly see where ABSA is trying to push you. They want you here by the credit cards and the loans. They don't really care about the rest. So, gives you a bit of an idea of what the company thinks or how they feel about, us. But anyway, when you scroll all the way down here, you eventually get to a section where it says save or invest, and while you're here, you'll see in all these options they actually do list out tax-free, and they've kind of call it four options: the tax-free deposit, tax-free savings, tax-free investment account, and tax-free ETF savings account. Let's go over each of them. First thing that you need to look at is, I think this is the tax-free deposit, where you can enjoy tax-free savings of up to 30,000 a year, which is great. Get the superior rate for our 12-month fixed deposit. Interest is paid at maturity. So basically what that means is you need to put in a minimum of 30,000 Rand, and at the end of the 12 months, that is only where you will see the interest on that 30,000 Rand or more, whatever that amount might be. Like they say there, it's the minimum investment. You can go over what you need to know on your own, but the most important thing here is they actually show you the amount, which is 6.69%, which is by far the best rate that we've seen so far. It actually beats what Capitec had. I think Capitec was 6.7, which is actually the same. Not thinking about it, they're actually more or less the same. Not even more or less the same, they are the same, sorry. So actually, in actual fact, it's on par with what Capitec has, but I think it is quite good that that's kind of the rate that you get. So I guess, when you're considering the cash or a cash component and you've got a lump sum amount, I would definitely say this or Capitec are quite good options. So that's the first one. Second option that we have here is what they call the tax-free savings account. This one now is where you can sort of do more regular amounts. It's not the lump sum that you need to do, and you're not stuck for sort of the full 12 months. They even say cash for emergencies, which is a bit dangerous. You're not supposed to use your tax-free savings for an emergency. Scroll down to kind of see what the different rates that you get, and their rates pretty much start from 1,000 Rand going up, where you get 4.25, which is decent. 4.25. I don't know why they don't just clump all of this into one thing, but anyway, you can get up when you pass 75. So basically, in the first year of you contributing, 4.25 is the max that you're going to get here. Then you get up to 4.3% when you kind of get up to the next level. Once you get closer to that, or rather, once you pass 250, you're chilling at 5%. As your interest rate, which is decent. The other one is still slightly better. If as soon as I passed the first year, or maybe contributing those 3,600s, 3,600 every month, I would then maybe 3,000 Rand every month. After doing it for a year, I would then maybe move it to the deposit one, because I think the rate you get there is better versus what you're getting here. But for someone who's going to be putting monthly amounts or smaller amounts, this one definitely works. Next, they have got the tax-free investment account, which is there are a number of investment options available, including unit trust, exchange traded funds. No matter what the investment you choose or the return, you'll receive the benefits for your tax-free allowance. So basically, it's just saying there's a range of ETFs, there's a range of unit trusts you can pick from that you can use towards your tax-free savings account. What I don't like, and it's something I'm seeing with quite a few of the banks. I mean, Standard Bank didn't show us where or what unit trusts and ETFs we can do. Similarly, so with ABSA, which I think is quite disappointing, because they're eliminating the chance for people to make an informed decision on the specific products that they want or kind of choose for themselves. They kind of, once they're in it, are forced to kind of pick and choose what it is that they want to do, which I think doesn't really help. We can't really now do an apples to apples comparison. That's the one point where I think FNB has done well, in that wherever there's an investment portion, you kind of get those minimum disclosure documents, which allows you to then kind of dig deeper for yourself and see where you are going to be investing your money. But anyway, we keep it moving here. As I was actually going through, the form, I've really tried to, look for these details. They do say that only the premium range or the clean funds are available for this product. Where the premium range is unavailable, the standard and retail class is available. I think that basically just means that when you go over, the minimum disclosure document, they kind of have two fund classes. There's like an A class, and I forget what the other class is called. Those are kind of the two options, or they're saying that I think the more premium of the two is the only one that you can choose from. But it doesn't really help, because nowhere else do they actually go down and list what ETFs or unit trusts are available. But again, this is a good option because you're able to choose, which I quite like, that you're able to pick and choose for yourself. So far this is not doing too bad, but I wish I had more information. Then the last one is the tax-free ETF savings account. This one similar to the other one, but it actually says that there is no minimum, meaning that you can pretty much deposit however much money you want to deposit, which is great. Means anyone can get started with this, and the brokerage is set at 0.2%, so that's another nice one that they kind of tell you from the get-go. But again, it kind of says to you all approved ETFs, which doesn't really give you the option to pick, because I think it says they invest. So make the smart choice, invest in all approved ETFs. Okay, so you actually can choose that are through the stockbrokers and portfolio managers, but really doesn't give you much information or details on what those things actually are, which doesn't really help. So I think where I have struggled with this one is kind of where to rank it, because in terms of interest rate, it's right up there with your Capitec for the first account, but everything else is pretty much booty cakes. So it's a bit hard to rate this one or see where I would put it personally, but I still think that there are solid or decent choices that you kind of have here, but it's very hard for me to kind of say where we're gonna rank these things, particularly the last two, because it's hard for me to know what things we have access to. So pretty much I'm not gonna rank any of the banks anymore, because I think they're all poor and they all have many cons, and it's probably one of the reasons why I would always say to people, run away from having your tax-free with the bank, but we'll get to that in later episodes of the tour. I think for now what I will say is ABSA has decent options, and by decent I mean it's better than nothing. If I had to say choose nothing or choose this, by all means I would choose this, but really there are much better options for your tax-free savings, and we'll hopefully get there sometime soon when we come to some of the other companies. But for now, that has been ABSA and their tax-free savings options. See you in the next one.